everyone and welcome to 9H Charge. Today we're going to talk about the new Warhammer Age of Sigmar app, have a look at how it compares to the old one, look at its utility, have a look at all the features, and just have a little think about how it stacks up compared to the previous app, if there's anything we change, and once we're out of the free beta, will it be worth the asking price as part of Warhammer Plus? Just before we get into the review fully, if you enjoy this video, please be sure to drop it a like. It really means a lot to us. It helps people find the channel and helps us to grow. YouTube is telling me that people are coming back to watch the channel again and again, which is fantastic, but not everybody is subscribing, so hopefully this is the video that gains your subscription. The first thing to say is that the app is still in beta, so everything is still subject to change. It is going to come a long way. I imagine it's not quite the finished article. It has evolved already. But having said that, it is now out there in the public sphere. It's free for everybody to download and to try, and this review is going to be as honest as I can be about what we have so far. The app is split into three sections. You have Reference, Stormforge, and Core Rules. Now we're going to go through all three of these, but to give you just a brief overview, Reference is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin. It includes all of your war scrolls and all of your reference material for the battle tomes that you own. Stormforge is an army builder. It's a replacement of Azure. It's much closer to Scroll Builder than Azure ever was. And Core Rules is pretty much what it says on the tin, but there is some interesting new stuff added in there, such as FAQs and errata and things like that, but we'll talk about that when we get to that section. Overall, this app is crisp and clean. It's very easy to use. It's easy to read, and even someone who's not particularly tech savvy like me is able to use it. So, first thing to talk about is reference. So first things first, the war scrolls are all still available and they are all free. Also, the pitched battle profiles are also there for free. Obviously that's as it stands in the beta. It will go behind the Warhammer Plus paywall at some point, but when you get it you will still have access to all of these things. Now what it adds on top of that, which is quite interesting, is that you can add in the books that you own and then you get the reference section for those books. So let's just make this clear that this is a reference. You will not get a full digital copy of the book when you do this. This app is for gaming, it's not for looking at artwork or reading the lore, but what it will give you is a quick guide so that in the app you can open up your battle tome, see all the war scrolls, pitch battle profiles, abilities, command traits, artifacts, etc, etc, and you'll have all the functionality that allows you to access the key gaming components of the book in a push of a button. This is pretty nice because it means less lugging of books around, and also if you own multiple books or you want to look at multiple things, you don't have to have too many different references and you're not going to be searching through different pages. You can just click on exactly what you want and it will bring it up nice and quick. I know I've been in places in my games where either myself or my opponent has had to look something up, and sometimes it takes a little while trawling through your books. So this is just really nice and just makes your game slicker, and anything that does that is great in my view. I know there is a bit of disappointment that you can't just have the whole book. I know people do like their digital books and they like reading their books on their iPads and things like that. This isn't what this app is for, and if you want something like that, hopefully Games Workshop will provide it, but it's going to be on another platform, I imagine. So I think this is going to be a really useful tool to have. My only bugbear with it is the search functionality. The search functionality at the top allows you to search for individual war scrolls, magic items, etc., but it doesn't allow you to search by keyword, which is a feature which I really loved about the old app, so I'm hoping that they bring this here. For example, I used to be able to search for Dracothian Guards, say, and it would bring up Fulminators, Tempestors, Concussors, Desolators, and you just have all of that little grouping of units straight away. In this app, even when you get to the War Scroll page for your chosen faction, you have to scroll. You can't then search, for example, all heroes in a certain faction like you can in the old app. Now, I have suggested that they make this change. There is a survey you can fill in if you have any suggestions to the development team, and I've put the link in the description. So if there's anything that you would like to suggest to them, make sure you follow that link, make sure you fill it in. I'm sure that, they're definitely, whilst it's in beta, going to be all ears and looking to make changes if people ask for it. Next up is the Stormforge section, which is your army creation tool. Firstly, I'd like to say that this is so much better than Azure. It's still in beta and it is having some difficulties matching up some units, making sure keywords are right. There's a couple coding issues here and there, but I'm absolutely certain that they're going to get ironed out. In the meantime, you can still use Scroll Builder, which is currently the better option, I think, but it only just edges it out, really. What is cool is that this allows you to create and save multiple lists, and it reminds you during the list building if your list is legal or not. And it knows things about your faction. For example, it knows who can be your general or not, which is quite cool. When you're creating your list, it does kind of put them in a bit of a unit soup. It doesn't have anything to differentiate heroes, units, monsters, artillery, like Scroll Builder does. I think this could be an easy fix, and it will just make it a little bit more easy to see. For someone like me, I find it difficult to keep track of things unless they're in categories, and I'm sure there's a few others of you out there that are the same. And order is just better, isn't it? I say that as a Cities of Sigmar player. It allows you to copy the text of your finished list to do whatever you want with, and you can put them wherever you like. They are a little bit wordsy, but I found a really great tool. Actually, Tom from the Old World show found it and sent it to me. And what it is, it's an AoS List Cleaner, and you copy your list from the app into this website, and then it cleans it all up, puts them into the categories that I said that would be really great, and just takes out all of the additional words and things and just makes it a little bit more presentable and easy to read. So I'll also put this link in the description because I think it really will help everybody out who's doing their list building. Finally, we've got the core rules. They do exactly what they say on the tin. It has the core rules, but what it also has is the FAQs for each faction. So you can go in, click on your faction, read the FAQs, they're all at hand. You don't have to bring them separate. If there's any awkward questions come up, you can try and solve them. And what the absolute best thing is that the errata is already updated in the War Scrolls. So any changes that they've made where it says change the wording from this to this is already included in everything you can read in the app. You do not have to go to your reference to see, actually, oh no, wait, this War Scroll doesn't work how I've been using it. It's been FAQ'd. It's already there. And what's great about this is that this app is a living app that constantly updates. And I just think that's truly fantastic. And I think that is probably the biggest takeaway from here. It is a one-stop shop for all the references that you will need from your battle tomes, from the General's Handbook, to the rules, to the FAQs, to the erratas. And if it continues to grow and it irons out the little issues that it's been having so far, I think it is going to be a really, truly great replacement for the old app. Whether or not it will be worth its price, I think that depends on what you get out of Warhammer Plus. I was really eager to subscribe to Warhammer Plus when it was announced, but since then I actually haven't subscribed yet because for me there just hasn't been enough Age of Sigmar content. All the new TV shows are for 40k. They have teased Black Talon, but it's not out yet. The app wasn't out when it was released, so I've held back for the minute. I do think my time will come and they will eventually win me round, especially when the app gets put into the fold. But, you know, the more content they add, the more likely I am to have it. And this is a great resource at the moment. And it isn't much more than a cup of coffee a month at these expensive coffee houses and things like that. So have to wait and see. I hope this review has been useful to you. If you have any requests of the developers, please make sure you check that link out. And if you've been enjoying list building, but you want your list cleaned up a bit, also check that other link out in the description. This has been 9 Inch Charge. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.